Sleep deprivation, the hidden cost of success. Think about the last time that you stayed up. What were you doing? Maybe it was finishing a project for school or working on some things for work that you didn't get done. How did you feel the next day if you couldn't sleep in? In my experience, I usually feel groggy or less focused. If you are or were a college kid, you've probably experienced this multiple times. Staying up all night, pulling all-nighters, cutting into your sleep, and just to meet deadlines. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, adults should regularly get enough sleep to support their health and daily functioning. Yet many adults continue to experience insufficient sleep, which can negatively impact their overall well-being. Students tend to sacrifice sleep when their schedules become overwhelming and they gain more responsibilities. This lack of sleep lowers their overall focus and productivity. Therefore, they would need more time to complete their tasks and assignments for school, cutting into their sleep further. I believe college students should prioritize sleep because sleep deprivation affects academics, performance, mental and physical health, and overall productivity. But by developing sleep habits and prioritizing sleep, I believe we can combat this problem. To understand why we should prioritize sleep, we have to look at how sleep deprivation affects the student. Most students think that more time awake means more time studying and more time learning, but that's not always the case. When your brain's exhausted, it has trouble processing the information as effectively as it would if it were rested. A 2023 study by Suara Diaz-Moro and colleagues examined university students and found poor sleep quality and sleep deprivation were associated with lower academic performances. So this means that more time studying doesn't always equate to better results, and a rested brain can help that information stick. While sleep deprivation can affect grades and learning, it can also extend outside of the classroom. It has mental effects like increased stress, mood changes, or inability to control your emotions, and reduced concentration. Some of its physical effects are lower energy, slower reaction time, and overall negative health effects. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention explains that getting enough sleep helps improve your memory and attention, making it easier to perform everyday tasks. Imagine a student staying up till 3 a.m. to finish a presentation for the class the next day, having to get up at 9 a.m. and get to school. Now they're tired and groggy. They probably aren't going to be able to put the energy that they need to into that presentation, which could negatively impact their score. Although sleep deprivation creates serious problems for students, there are some realistic changes that we can make by creating better sleep habits. The Sleep Foundation recommends healthy sleep habits such as maintaining consistent sleep schedules and creating routines that support better sleep. Creating a consistent schedule means that you set a time to go to bed and a time to wake up and you stick to it. Doing this can make your sleep cycle, can regulate your sleep cycle and make your sleep more restful. You also want to create a routine, something that relaxes you, that you will start about an hour before you go to bed. Maybe this can be reading a book or listening to soft music or atmospheric sounds. You'll also want to reduce screen time before bed. According to the Sleep Foundation, reducing screen time an hour before bed or using features like night mode help reduce or minimize the impacts of electronics on sleep, though limiting device use altogether is more effective. You'll want to avoid unnecessary all-nighters by planning your assignments earlier and working to get ahead, so you're not forcing yourself into those last-minute I have to get this done and stay up all night situations. By making these changes, students can experience benefits that go beyond just feeling less tired. They can have academic improvements that include better memory and better focus, mental health improvements that are better stress management and better emotional control. They can also see a boost to their productivity and creativity, as a restful mind is better at making decisions and makes it easier to problem solve. Understanding the benefits of sleep is important, but what's more important is taking action. You can start today. Aim for more consistent sleep by setting a sleep schedule and protecting your bedtime, getting your routine started about an hour before bed to wind down and relax, cutting down on screen time at about that same time, and you want to stop relying on all-nighters. You want to plan ahead and schedule your projects and assignments in a way that you can get ahead and not force yourself into late night all-nighters. You'll want to also treat sleep as part of productivity instead of something that hinders it. The Sleep Foundation recommends that adults generally need at least 7 hours of sleep per night to support daily health and daily performance. Sleep deprivation has become a problem amongst college students, but by prioritizing healthy sleep habits, we can improve academic performance, mental health, and overall productivity. I believe that students should prioritize sleep because getting enough sleep improves learning, health, and daily performance. So the next time you think about skipping out on some sleep to get some more work done, remember that sleep is not something that hinders success, but is something that makes it possible.